Greetings, everyone. This is amalightworker with another live stream. If you are chatting with me live, please let me know your presence. I am going to give a little bit more time for everybody to log into your accounts, and you can always find this link posted in the community tab. And we may have to refer to the community tab a few times during this live stream. So on my channel, there's a community tab. Are you going to click in there and you're going to see the latest posts with the links and my latest paintings that I posted there. And I was trying to post on the community tab more paintings that I did, but YouTube was having a problem. Like it doesn't let me, for some reason, they're not uploading. Okay, but with that being said, let's see who is online. Love 888 Spirit, how are you? Warrior Girl 113, how are you? So I understand that this live stream right now is unexpected. November is such an important month, but it also feels that a lot happens in my personal life in November. Life-changing events, and I'm pretty sure there are other people out there who feel like me that November is a life-changing month. And I'm not saying every year and every November, but usually life-changing events do happen around November for me. I fainted in the street because I have the syncope. The faint, also known as the fainting syndrome. So I was rushed to the emergency room, and I was ordered bed rest, and I really needed that. So I haven't been feeling so well. Therefore, I did the first 6 signs of the zodiac up to Virgo. The predictions for November and also the predictions for the new year 2022, and I need to in the next 2 or 3 days work on finishing the other 6 so that I can launch all of them as a bundle. And there is a lot that is transpiring with this new Akashic records reading for November and also for next year. And we are also going to have a series of eclipses. We're going to have 2 eclipses now. There's going to be another set of eclipses next year. Pretty much it feels like between now and the end of 2023, we're going to have eclipses. But this time around, these are going to be life-changing eclipses. And it is around this, it is in November that I also lost my father when I was a teenager. I had 2 surgeries done in November, not at the same time. I'm talking about different years, but these are life-changing events. I had important relationships that happened in November for me. So I also moved to United States in November for Thanksgiving. So for me, Thanksgiving, I don't know about you, and do let me know, please do chat with me, but for me, Thanksgiving, the American Thanksgiving seems to be very karmic for me. I came in United States on Thanksgiving. I had surgeries 2 or 3 days around Thanksgiving. So it feels like the week of Thanksgiving, I always end up having surgeries, emergency surgeries. There's always something that happens for me around this time, including one of my sisters is born around this time. My father passed away. As I said, I do end up meeting boyfriends around November, specifically around Thanksgiving. So it's very, very intense for me. And I also started this YouTube channel on November. I did some predictions. I don't remember what year I started my YouTube channel, but I did a couple of videos in November to do a prediction for the following year, and people were commenting in the comment section telling me that they also wanted a tarot reading for December. And this is how this whole thing started. It started out of something that I was doing for fun. I wasn't fully aware of the importance of YouTube. I never thought that I was going to end up doing tarot readings or anything else spiritual, because my goal was, being a nutritionist, my goal was to cook, make a few recipes, share diet tips, and I thought I was going to do that, and just to test if YouTube was working, I'm like, yeah, I'll do a couple of readings and see how this works, and then I was going to switch to nutrition stuff. So there's tiny little things that maybe I give it a go and see where it goes, and they end up being bigger because karma takes over. And also in November, we have an important portal coming up, the 1111 portal. Okay, so November 11. So again, I'm very curious to hear if you guys have had any important events, life-altering events that happened to you in November. Please do share those stories with me. And a couple of days ago, I also had a cousin who passed away from COVID. He was living in Germany. I also lost my mom from COVID and other family members. So it is what it is, but I also feel this spiritual power that gets me through it. I also feel the strength coming to me through God, through people supporting me, even right now, even if we are communicating through the internet in different parts of the world, people who know me, people who don't know me, my family, my relatives. So it's also a month where helpers show up to help you to go through whatever you need to go through. But also remember that in November, I also normally I would have, before the pandemic, I would have like a lot of parties to go to, annual events. So I also had a lot of fun as well. So if I didn't have this fun side, parties, people to support me, it was going to be a lot harder. But the harder it got, also the support, people coming my way, were a lot more useful. So I see Therese Farr online, MGBNB2. Two of your daughters were born in November. Yeah, it's an important karmic month. It's a life-changing month. So now let's talk about the 1111 portal. We had a new moon. We're going to have a full moon lunar eclipse around the 19th. But for right now, let's talk about the upcoming 1111 portal. What is this 1111 portal going to bring to all of us? What is the significance of it? The 1111 portal, the Akashic records are saying, number one, it's very important in terms of it connects to the light. As the day, ironically, in the Northern Hemisphere gets shorter, there is this sense that whatever has happened throughout the year, a lot of us need to process that emotionally or mentally. And many of us on Earth are meant to have an important light bulb moment. When you come to a big moment of realization, you may come up with a brilliant idea. You could come up to an important conclusion. You could be finally making peace emotionally or tying loose ends emotionally, catching up with your past, preparing what is to come ahead. Number two, it is an important portal also when it comes to finances, because important, big, significant shifts will be happening in your personal finances. And this could go either way with this energy, but also globally. The good news is that if a financial source ends, that is karmic. If you lose a job, if something else happens, because you're not meant to make money in that way anymore. You are meant to make money in a new way. So basically, it represents the replacement of one financial system. Okay, it's not just a job or a financial source, a whole financial system with a new one. And of course, different people are going to be affected by this differently. For some of you, it's going to be hugely significant. For some of you, it's not going to be a big deal. So watch out for big changes around finances. And for some of you, this could also be connected to creating a new business, finding a new job, getting a promotion. Okay, because I said with this energy, it can go either way. You were expecting a promotion, it doesn't happen. You may decide to quit, find a better job, so something better comes along. It's all about either joining the financial resources when two people get married or live together, or when they separate and they go separate ways. Therefore, they also have to separate their joint financial accounts. Okay. Number 3, 1111 portal this year in 2021 is also a portal that is going to be connected to love. What is your conception of love? How do you feel that right now you are connecting to love in your life and to your loved ones? It's all about karmic endings in relationships. So if during this time you find that some kind of a relationship is phasing out, it's karmic, it did its job. This person wasn't meant to be any longer in your life. This person could be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a spouse, could be a friend. So it could also be in connection to a friendship related situation, or connected to a whole group of friends for that matter. It could also be in connection to a status that you have. This could be your financial status, your relationship status. This could be the status that you have in your career. The status that you have with immigration could be your immigration or citizenship status that could come to an end, or to a huge change around this time. It could be about your social standing in different groups that you belong to, or different clubs, country clubs, organizations that you belong to. Could also be about your status in the family, either changing, upgrading, downgrading. Okay, 4. It's also going to be connected to new beginnings toward your enlightenment as a person, not only to shed a light in your spiritual gifts, but also to make you understand that you do have a choice. You can either be in the same state that you are, or you can choose enlightenment. You can choose to shift. And what is enlightenment? It's part of your growing as a person, maturing. It's part of your karmic journey, moving on. It's part of your intuition and psychic ability, receiving a boost. It's all about you choosing intentionally and being very conscious about replacing old ideas, old systems, old beliefs with new ones, because the world keeps moving. Time moves forward, not backwards. And we all have to catch up with time. We all have to adapt and adjust. Technology moves forward. So old beliefs and old systems do not always apply to each and every day of your life. Certain beliefs have been passed on to you through your parents, through their parents, as well through society, through the government, through expectations that others put on you. But as life progresses and as everything moves on, we also have to adapt and adjust. So it's also looking into the progress from a positive point of view. It's all about what do you need to drop, what energies, what people, what circumstances you need to drop in order for you to move on, because you have outgrown them. And it is not unusual with this energy for you to end up meeting people in November that significantly may end up influencing you. They may be giving you some advice. These could be random people that may end up helping you with an important matter. This could be a doctor that shows up to be very useful. This could be someone who gives you. It could also be somebody that you hire to consult about taxes or anything else. Thank you for your donation, Love 88 Spirit. Thank you very much. I deeply appreciate that. So there are no coincidences. Everything is karmic. Okay, why suddenly you felt sleepy and you need to rest? Why suddenly you have a boost of energy and you're up and running and up and partying and having a blast? It's all about whatever needs to end will end, and it's out of your control. In November, it's all about you understanding and realizing, particularly if you happen to be a person who likes to have control, there's nothing you can do about it. Whatever needs to happen will happen, and there is nothing that you could have done to change its predicaments. So for many of you, it's important that you do not go back and forth in your mind. You could have done things differently. Okay, reminiscing over the past and thinking you could have done things differently to have a different result. These are those important moments where also you may notice, you may hear of other people that suddenly they're divorcing, suddenly they're breaking up. Okay, suddenly they're getting married, suddenly they make a decision to move, to relocate, to move internationally, like suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, they make a decision. And when you hear about it, it's going to be very surprising to you. So be aware of this energy happening around you. People are going to surprise you with decisions that they're going to be making in November. It may also happen to you personally, a sudden ending, suddenly meeting somebody. So it feels like on the outside, either your decision feels all of a sudden, but it's not. There's a lot that has been brewing mentally to get to this point. Okay, this is how it may seem to others. And it's the same thing if you are the one being surprised with decisions that other people are making. This could be your sister, this could be your brother, this could be a friend, this could be somebody at work. It could be like this may be happening to a lot of people, suddenly moving, changing jobs, deciding to quit, deciding to break up, deciding to get a divorce, deciding to break the status quo. Whatever their status quo is, seemingly it feels like it's coming out of nowhere, but no, in their mind, in their heart, in their soul, things have been brewing for quite a lot. Okay, it doesn't feel that in November people, as I said, on the surface it looks like, oh, maybe they didn't think things through. No, they did think things through, and now in November it's the moment to take some kind of an action, okay, towards doing that, towards the breakup, if this is what you decided, towards a new beginning, if this is what you decided. And specifically for the 11/11/2021 portal, I'm getting a lot of you guys here on Earth thinking about a new business idea, a new form of income, being more creative. Even with your work, you may notice that you are creating new things. Everything has a flow. Your creativity is going to have this wonderful, wonderful flow. It's the perfect time for you right now to start working with a vision board. Start making a list. Okay, write down your wishes. It doesn't matter how far-fetched your dreams and your wishes are. It's time for you to write them down. There could be a story there for you once you start to write things down. If you cannot write them down, draw them like I do, paint it, create a poetry. If you are more of a visual person, work with a visual chart, a vision board. So whether you like it or not, even if you hide underground, change will find you. And this change for some of you could purely be emotional change. Okay, how you felt emotionally at the beginning of November is going to be completely different from how you're going to feel as you transition in the second part. of November. So again, change will find you no matter what. Next, there are also talking about your manifestation power. And this is a big call in 2021 to all of you light workers, myself included, to all of you who feel the need to share with others your knowledge, to teach, to train, to coach, to mentor, to do something for free, to volunteer, because you have now understood something internally. Okay, you are now coming more and more to realize your true power, your full potential, the very strength of your power. And as a result, yes, certain systems are going to fall apart, because again, it's all part of that process where you have outgrown certain people or certain situations, but you are going to be drawn toward the light. There's going to be something that will move you that is going to be inspiring you. You may find your passion. Okay, you may find a hobby. You may have a blast. You're going to get more in touch with your joy as well, because at the end it's all about balance. What needs balance emotionally? What needs balance in your practical matters? What needs balance with your daily life, with your home? There's going to be a lot of home related changes, a change in your home environment, a change in your physical home for a lot of you from this 1111 portal. For some of you, it could be a sudden decision to move, or the management or the landlord may be contacting you because they're thinking of doing some changes with a rent or ending a rental agreement, or somebody else is buying the new property. And also the environment around the home. It could be a matter of neighbors, activities with neighbors, relationships with neighbors. It could also be about things that are happening in the neighborhood that may end up affecting you. And they are also talking about investments. For a lot of you, you are going to be taking an interest. Maybe you never take an interest in investments, but a lot of you are going to start to take a serious interest in investments. Many of you are going to purchase a book, follow a YouTube tutorial. You could be following some kind of a class online where you pay a little fee, maybe like a membership fee, and somebody there teaches you about investments, about investing with real estate, investing with cryptocurrency. They may be teaching you how to use Amazon and make money. They may be teaching you how to make Etsy and make money, how to use technology. Okay, what form of payments to use, what kind of programs, apps you can download so they make getting and receiving money easily. So a lot of you are going to be taking an interest in something financial that could be new to you. If you already are into this stuff, and you may end up learning something new, whether you do that intentionally or unintentionally. And they are also showing me situations that may be affecting your teeth, dental work. It could be in connection to your jaw. So make sure that when you chew properly and you take your time to eat. For some of you, it could be about a nasal passage having a problem, could be an allergic reaction, could be sinuses, but it feels like these could be little things. Okay, this could be just something that bothers you, like maybe not nothing major, but you have to be careful. And something around the digestive system, that if anything comes up, you are also going to be able to find the right cure, the right treatment, whatever changes you need to make in order for you to adjust any issues that may be coming up with the digestive system, with your teeth, with your jaw, with the nasal passages, sinuses, or allergies, or even eczema for some of you. And they are also showing me that ultimately the 1111 portal will end up grounding a lot of you, because a lot of you right now you need to be better grounded, to be more centered. There's a lot of energies that are going to be working with each and every one of you individually and also as a collective. And they are showing me Sandalphon being one of them, Archangel Sandalphon. So it could be something significant around feet and legs for you, particularly if you happen to have like illness, aches or pain or discomforts. Another archangel that will be working with you, they're actually showing me Jesus, the energy of Jesus, working with a lot of people right now toward reconciliation, whether you need to reconcile with yourself, with your past, with a family member, making peace, stop blaming yourself so that you can reach a certain level of you being okay with yourself, you keeping and maintaining that balance and that peace. It's not a matter of reaching that moment of peace and balance and grounding. It's also a matter of being able to keep that for as long as possible. So they're showing me Jesus walking barefoot right now, feeling like you know that the end is near and feeling that a better life is coming, kind of wrapping up with the old energies as a new cycle of karmic energies is coming. And this new cycle of energies is going to open up your life. Again, change is going to find you where you least expect it. And yes, every change you have to adapt, but it's going to be great. So for many of you, this new karmic cycle is going to end at the end of 2023, and little by little you are going to have a huge shift in your life for the better, in the positive sense, with your finances, with your love life. It feels like the impossible is going to happen. Many of you have been dreaming of something and you're going to feel like, oh, maybe, good fortune has forgotten me. Maybe I'm never going to meet anyone and I'm making my peace with that right now. Boom. In the next 2 years, you get to have it. And it's the same thing with your career. Many of you could be going back to an old dream. Okay, maybe it wasn't possible. Maybe you forgot and boom, something happens and it brings you to this old hobby, to this old dream, to this old opportunity, to this old plan. So it feels that right now, the best weapon that you can use, this is now Jesus showing up in this reading. I never know how this Akashic reading is going to go because this is live. And Jesus is saying that the best weapon for you right now is the truth. Whether you have to deal with courts, for those of you who are dealing with courts, lawsuits, for those of you who have to make peace with yourself, tell the truth yourself. It's all about you speaking up about the situation from your point of view. Other people may have their point of view for the same situation, but you have to tell your story from your point of view. Okay, it's all about you speaking up, telling your truth and standing up for the truth. Okay, you may decide to stand up for the underdog, also supporting or even fighting in your capacity as a human being, in your capacity as a citizen, also to fight and to help for the underdog, for the children, for the mother, for the suppressed, for maybe those people who don't have legal rights, or somehow the government in those countries, because there's different countries here, is not allowing or enabling them to have a voice. So truth is the weapon. If you have been hiding something, maybe you did not want to upset somebody and you weren't saying the full truth it's purely because you had a good intention, not harming them and not making them upset or worry. Truth is that truth needs to come out, okay? So it feels like whether the truth comes out in layers one by one or all at once is going to be a huge relief for you. Many of you, maybe you had to go through a lot in your life, maybe years ago. Maybe nobody knows what it took you to get out of that circumstance. Maybe you could now start to speak up because somebody needs to hear that story. Okay, that story that you have to share with your loved ones could be significant to someone else. They can learn from you. They can learn from your mistakes. They can learn from the courage that it took you to go through these difficulties, maybe as a mother, maybe as a husband, maybe as a father, maybe as somebody's child. So when you speak from your heart, it's going to be accepted. And sometimes you have to be very honest how you feel about somebody. And maybe this other person may receive it as you being critical versus to them. That's going to happen to some people. Not everybody is ready to see the truth or to accept the truth, or some people are still in denial. It's all about appearances. I know the truth, but you don't have to say it to my face. That's not important here. The important thing is that if you have to take something off your chest, you just do it. They're not asking you to go and fight. They're not asking you to go and scream and yell, but you have to find a way to get something off your chest. You leave it on the table, and whatever the other person does and how they take it, it's none of your business anymore. Okay, it's not part of your karma anymore. So you're giving a chance to yourself to speak the truth, and you're giving a chance to that other person. So let me say hello to a few more people here. Phenomenal Phoenix, Lisa from Southern California, Warrior Girl from Central New York, Alison Reed from Birmingham, UK. And you also have to understand that everything needs to happen in due time. When it happens, whether it's good or bad, know that you're going to be fully prepared for it. Where you need support, whatever you need is going to be showing up from you from the most unexpected sources. Support may not be showing up for you, or money or resources may not show up for you through the usual channels. It may show up through new channels, unexpected sources, unexpected people, unexpected channels. So whatever needs to find balance in your life, even if that change for some of you needs to happen dramatically, it will happen so that you find balance. If for some of you, it's financial balance that you may be seeking, emotional balance, balance in your daily life, what is more practical for you to do, so on and so forth. So this 1111 portal is going to help all of us not to be afraid to be yourself, okay? Not to be afraid. Maybe you're an accountant, okay, and suddenly you pick up dancing, not to be afraid to say, hey, I also dance. I'm not just, this official and serious person and having this important job, and that's how I have to show up every day. Maybe there is a fun side of you. Maybe there is a spiritual side of you. Or maybe you are just going to be drawn to more of metaphysical stuff, get a service, purchase a reading, open a business, learn tarot reading, do Reiki, okay? So time has come for each and every one of you to be who you were meant to be ever since the conception of your soul. Okay, your soul was created way before your body was created. Your soul was waiting for your body to be created and a strong body to be able to hold that soul. And the very essence of your soul won't ever change, whether you are alive and then you pass in the next life. Your essence will always be the same, and you are meant to live your most significant, most fulfilled, most satisfied, most rich life simply by being you. You are who you are. Okay, so if you had a job just because you needed to have a job and suddenly you decide to make a change, as long as you are being authentic to who you are, okay, in the long run, things are going to work out. For right now, you just need to figure out that first step, okay, all those details to transition from one step to the next step. And there's a lot of You finding your voice and you speaking your truth is also connected to your throat chakra. All right, it's not only as a figure of speech, it's literally connected to your throat uh, chakra. So for some of you, something around your throat chakra could be adjusting here. You may find yourself, you don't have, as long as you enjoy singing, you may be singing in the shower, you may be singing in your car. There's something here about you being heard, you being respected, you speaking up, you sharing your idea. So a lot of activity here also going on with your throat chakra. And I also get a message from Lisa here, and she's saying that this year I started singing in a band, a childhood dream that I forgot about it. I mean, how beautiful is that, uh, Lisa? As I said, everything that has been significant in my life has been, to me, it happened purely by accident. I intended to do something else came up. This very existence of this YouTube channel came up just like that. I didn't have a plan for it. Okay, me opening a Reiki practice, finding a person to share my office with, the rent, happened just like um, almost by accident. I never planned on doing that. It just happened. I went to parties, where everybody was old, and it was one of those church parties. I go there and I meet somebody. Okay, so in spite of my expectations that, oh, everybody's old, no, there were plenty of young people. Or so, as I said, for me personally, a lot of stuff has happened to me in November. That was life altering for me, a very karmic month. And they are also talking about fertility treatments, fertility issues, matters of expanding your family, matters around your children, the relationship with your children. So this could be a good month for many of you who are looking into adoption, who are looking into fertility treatments, who are looking into getting pregnant, who are looking into doing some kind of a spiritual ceremony as well, or a simple prayer, okay, to bring a child into your life. It doesn't matter how. And they are putting a lot of emphasis on adoption as well. I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe in some countries, November is also known as the adoption month. And there could also be many of you who are wondering about your ancestry, doing like a blood test to figure out who your ancestors are, a family tree, looking into your past. So for some of you, could also be somehow all about you reconnecting to your roots, whether it is through ancestry or through memories, and you talking to the elders in your family, going back to your roots, whatever that means, country, language, ethnicity. So finding a way, yeah, okay, to come back to your roots or to know more. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. So now they want me to talk to you about my paintings. Okay, so please go check out the community tab in my channel. I was trying to post more paintings when I started the live stream, but the community tab had a problem and YouTube wasn't posting. So go there so that you can see the paintings more better there. So this one is a painting channeled from the Akashic Records. I open the Akashic Records. Okay, usually for some reason I get inspired to paint in the middle of the night, up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And it took me about 3 or 4 hours, but to me it felt like 5 minutes. I wasn't aware of the time. So I opened the Akashic Records, and this is what they wanted me to paint. This is a channel painting through the Akashic Records, and this represents the secret of the Emerald Tablet. Okay, and they also showed me a message from Thoth. Okay, Thoth, one of the gods of ancient Egypt. There's many books that talk about the secret of the emerald tablets, and there's a few emerald tablets. So this here represents the secret of the emerald tablet. So feel free, okay, if you, what stands up to you first when you first look at it? what did you see first? Okay, let me know your impressions here. There's no right or no wrong here. Okay, what emotions are you experiencing? I channel my paintings, and my purpose is that with my art to instigate a thought, a feeling, to move you in some ways. Okay, so this is my purpose, to make you think, and the painting itself is going to have an effect on you, some kind of a healing effect. And all of us can feel connected because many of us could be receiving the same message, the same feeling, the same mental message, the same connection. Okay, so I see Maria, how are you? Thank you, Maria. Carmen from Las Vegas, LZ. Okay, felt like a door to a church, very peaceful. Okay, okay, so that's good. Something behind the candle, yes. Okay, okay, from Phenomenal Phoenix. Okay, all right, so when they showed me this, the Akashic records kept talking about a crystal palace. So first they tell me to line up all of the colors that I were to use. Okay, so I make the colors ready first. And they start talking to me about a crystal palace. And here I am thinking, now I have to paint a palace. I have to draw a palace, paint a palace. So I also have like pieces of paper there where I draw it first before I put it on the canvas. And they're like, no, no, no. You're going to paint a crystal candle holder. Okay, that like this, a little bit old fashioned. And this is how they wanted me to make this. Because your human body, from the higher perspective, okay, is like a crystal. Everything that you feel internally, this is what you project in the universe. Whatever you feel internally, this is what you end up attracting. And the candle here represents the very essence of your soul. You feel with your soul. Your soul, you have to go within to listen and be quiet. Listen to your soul. Your soul will never fail you. Okay, so the flame of the candle here represents the very essence of your soul. The candle is your soul, and the flame is the very essence of your soul. And your flame never goes out. Even when you die, you are purely an energy without a body. Okay, so you go back to what you used to be before you were incarnated in this physical body. So your essence remains. Your flame never ever goes out. Okay, you still exist on the other dimension. So anything that you feel internally, you end up reflecting that, even when you feel down, the darkness. Okay, so if you look at it, I mean, there are certain gold shimmering tones that I had to use, and the camera won't pick that up. The painting is, when you see it in person, it looks much different. You can see a lot more details in person. So everything is here is being reflected down on the sides, up, with the shadow, because without the shadow, you cannot understand the importance of light. And that is also necessary. The darkness and the light, the yin and the yang, is necessary for balance. Okay, and sometimes when I hold the painting up, okay, the perspective of it changes. And when I look at it, you know, in the same level, the candle is right here. And sometimes it feels like I'm looking the candle from here. So this is what it is. So it reflects everything. And see the colors here, okay? The light, it's you who projects into the universe, okay? You project into the universe first. All of this light, okay, with your thoughts, with your mind, with your body, with your energetic centers. And the colors here are very similar, not exactly, but very similar to the rainbow lights, because the colors of your chakras corresponds to the colors of the rainbow. So you project the good, the bad, every single emotion here, every single vibration, and whatever you feel internally, you end up projecting. Okay, the beautiful tree, the dreams, whatever the tree represents for you. And also, you can see here the water, because there's a flow. Okay, let me go on the outside, because there's a flow here. This is the flow of energy, the flow. When you meditate, there's a flow. when you imagine yourself that you are showered with a light, that's how the light feels. The sky is reflected in the water. So the answer is in the nature. Everything reflects on everything else. Okay, the trees reflected in the water. The water represents creativity. It also represents the flow of abundance, the flow of everything, the flow of energy, because money abundance is nothing but energy. You are nothing but energy. And it gives you the impression that this is a window. It's all about perspective to them. Okay, your body is like a window they can see inside, but it's also scroll. It's one of those green papyruses that you can like an old papyrus that you can find in ancient Egypt with like the secret message: as within so without. So you projecting on the outside, within, without, as above so below. This is the secret of the emerald tablet. Okay, but it could also be in some texts, they actually say that it is a green emerald ring with a message inside. So it's such a big message, but it can also fit inside an emerald ring. So it's not an actual emerald ring as the legend says. So this is a code. This is a code that has been passed on to you in your DNA. Okay, it's not only a code that is being passed on to you energetically through your chakras, through your intuition, in your soul, and when you awaken, boom, you understand and realize that. This is also something the Akashic records are saying that is encoded also in your DNA, so that this message never gets lost. It gets passed on to your children. Just like it was passed on to you. So Phenomenal Phoenix is saying to me, a person is behind the okay, very good. So you're going to start to see things in the painting because this is going to correspond to where you are in your evolvement as a soul in your spiritual journey. Thank you very much to Abstract Wellness. That is a very, very generous donation. Thank you very much. You are one of my best clients. I have a list of faithful clients, and you are one of them. And you also have your own channel, so please don't hesitate to, in the chat, send a link to your channel if you want other people to visit your channel. Thank you very much. Okay, and the very first time that the Akashic Records told me that I need to paint this is when they told me to put together the Aboundness program. The Aboundness program is a 5-week program where I'm going to teach you the secret principles, okay, and how to use them. And then I'm going to be doing work together with you, and it's going to be a live reading, in other words, look into your karma. So there's an order of things, including Reiki. So it's all about abundance and prosperity. So it's not just about money. Please don't look at abundance as purely money. So this is when they told me to do that, but I didn't do it then. I was still processing things in my mind. So remember, your light never goes out. No matter what's going on outside of you, you are always going to find your way home, because all you need to succeed is yourself. You may not have money, you're going to be able to find money. You may not have a family, you're going to be able to find people. Okay, sometimes friends can be the best family that you can have, or even to create your own family, as long as you have this light. And remember, the law of the nature is that your soul never dies. Your flame never dies. Okay, so this is, so you can see the shot, everything's reflected. Okay, I don't know if you notice any other details. So this is it. What do you guys think? So again, this painting is available for sale, and at the end of the painting, whether that is a commission painting, or whether this is you purchasing one of the paintings that I already have. And at the end, they tell me to put like a sparkle, a little something of a special color for that client. Like my last client, I mailed, she ordered one of these smaller canvases, 8 by 10. Her special color was shimmering silver. For this painting, it's all about money and abundance, so it had to be shimmering gold. So anything that is shimmering or metallic, the camera won't pick that. Okay. Okay, and of course I had to use different shades of reds and different shades of green. And when I purchased the acrylic paint, it came in a big box. There were so many colors there. I had no idea that there was a color specific called the emerald green. And they're like, this is what you're going to use. And that's how I'm like, there were so many different types of greens there. Like, I just received the box. I didn't have time to go through each and every color. So emerald green. Okay, this is a picture to honor my father because, as I mentioned, he passed away in November. Okay. And I never say the date because I was 16 when he passed, and I decided not to memorize that date because I did not want that every year to remember that date and to make me more depressed. I honor him when I feel it. I can honor him in January, in March, at different times of the day because I decided life has to move on. And then 2 days after that, it was my sister's birthday. Okay, she was so young and we totally forgot about her birthday until she reminded us. So on the other side, my father always communicates with me in my dreams. That was when I was young. I had no idea what metaphysical stuff was and spiritual stuff. I was born and raised in Albania. You weren't allowed to believe in God or churches, mosques, everything closed. We basically became an atheist country. So we didn't know the difference between religion or this or that. So when he passed away, he used to appear in my dreams as mind you, I had no idea what a cardinal was. Again, we didn't grow up with a religion. And he used to show me this red robe. Okay. And then when I came over, I realized that, oh, this is what cardinals wear. And frequently in my dreams, he would show me a red bird. And then somebody told me that a red bird actually exists, and it is indeed called the red cardinal. And this is his way of communicating with me, whether that is in a dream, where it is a red bird that I see in a movie, in a picture, in a book, and it always makes me so happy. Okay, so this is my way of honoring my father and also to deal and to cope with my grief. So it's a good way to heal yourself. It's not about talent. Pick up a pen and a paper and make a simple drawing of anything. It will heal you just like it's healing me. It's very, very empowering and it just makes me so good. I feel so much joy. Is very soothing. And of course, I had to use something as a reference. So I remembered a long time ago, I purchased this postcard because, of course, I saw the red cardinal and I had to have it. So this is what I use as a reference. Okay, so if anybody wants me to make a red cardinal for you, this is my copy. Of course, I can make another one for you. Of course, it's not going to be exactly the same, but I'm thinking for my next client, making a couple of kissing red cardinals. I don't know. So let me know if you are interested of any of my paintings. Email me at amalightworker@gmail.com and email me now. I'll be checking my email because I have people who also email me to purchase the same paintings. So I'm going to sell one of them, whoever emails me and pays me first, and then I can make another one for the other person. Okay. So Seema is saying, can relate to the feeling, keep doing this. Oh, thank you, Seema. And she's also one of my good clients. And Seema also paints. So I'm encouraging all of you for free. Okay, I'm not charging anybody. If you have a channel and you are my regular client, and if you hear me saying that it's okay for you to post a link to your channel, go ahead. So Seema, if you like to post anything about your channel, go ahead in the chat room. So this is the story of the red cardinal. Okay, all right. This is a candle, and strangely enough, you would think I was going to practice making a candle or something before I actually did this painting, but no, this came first. Okay, and this came last. And this gave me such great joy. Okay, to me, it looks alive. I don't know how it looks to you, but it's my joy. I enjoy it and I love it so much. I cannot take my eyes of it. Okay, it's the feeling that I experience when I paint. Okay, so here it is again. Thank you, love 88 spirit, and she purchased a painting for me. And remember, guys, not only the paintings for my clients are channels, but also before I ship it to you, I charge them with Reiki. I charge them with Reiki for a specific intention. We have a conversation on the phone and we see what we're going to do. And the Akashic Records are going to tell me, for this client, you are also going to charge them with Reiki for this intention or that intention. I also charge them with Reiki. So this is another channel's painting. Okay. And the candle here has different colors. So because it's connected to this painting, okay, kind of representing the soul and the flame, okay. So this, it's also connected to honoring people on the other side. It's a communication soul to soul. It's not just a candle. Okay, so it somehow represents symbolically the flame of your soul, but it also represents, in many traditions, in many religions, you light a candle for people on the other side, but it also represents the light. I painted this during Diwali week, a light in the darkness. It doesn't matter how dark or shut down the world around you can be, Allison. If you have your light, your joy, your inner child with you, that's all the world needs to brighten. You are important to the world. And I know that there are a lot of people right now struggling with thoughts of suicide. It comes up during private readings. I also hear conversations with other people around me. Okay, so this is a reminder that you are needed right now in the world, that your light will overcome the darkness around you. All you need is yourself. Life will change. You will find people who understand. You will find the home that you need. You will find the job that you need. You will find friends who are more understanding, or a spouse that is more understanding. Do not give up. Your light never goes out. Okay, so this is your pure essence. So let me know if this has an effect on you. Again, I don't know how many details the camera is able to pick up. Visit the community tab here, and this is up for sale. Email me if you are interested. We're going to have a phone conversation because the Akashic Records decide the price. Okay, and if I'm charging for with Reiki, if it's going to be for a specific purpose. And another thing that happens to me, I don't know, because I don't know other people who channel paintings through the Akashic Records, but I get very, very hot. Even when I paint without the Akashic Records, even when I paint for my own pleasure, at some point of this process, I get so hot, I have to take my clothes off. Okay, and I know many of you have asked me, why don't I record it when I paint, but it's not like I have a time and boom, I decide to do this. When the inspiration comes, and then at some point, like, it doesn't matter how cold may be around me, I get hot. I don't know if that happens to other people. And this is just me. I didn't open the Akashic records, but I wanted to draw, okay, when I do a meditation or when I see chakras, this is how chakras are shown to me, and they rotate and they have layers. Okay, and sometimes it's not shown to me as a flower or as a lotus flower or as a rose. Sometimes it just shows to me as a swirling type of energy. I just wanted to show you, like, this is what I see, and they rotate. Okay, so again, this is not a channeled painting. It's just me painting what I see when I work with a client or when I do healing work. Yes, of course, yeah. So when I paint, I have tea, I have music, I have incense, and I have water. I don't go anywhere without water. I love water. Okay. It's very interesting, Pandarita, they say, and it's a cloud, because when I clear energy, I do personal energy clearings. It's not unusual for me. When I clear for a client, I see, that energy releasing like a cloud. Okay. I heard that you get hard when you are in the presence of an archangel. I don't know what to tell you the truth. I don't have an answer. All I know is that I am creative in other ways and I create other stuff, but I don't get hard. With this one, I feel that energy, that inspiration, like I cannot move my hands fast enough to paint this. Okay. It looks like a road to me. I don't know what a road is or what do you mean. Okay, however it looks to you. Okay, so there are no rights or wrongs here. Again, this is not a channel painting. I just wanted to show you approximately what I see. I can never ever paint exactly what I see in my mind's eye. So this is as close as it gets. As I said, they move. Okay, I need to switch to digital painting or something and make things move in the digital painting. And of course, the colors change based on the chakra. Okay, the colors change based on the chakra, but also, as I said, the feminine energies are being attacked all around the world. Men abusing women in more than one way, and with what happened in Afghanistan, if I'm not mistaken, Taliban taking over. It's a huge attack on feminine energy systems. All of these women and famous people coming out there with their stories, the Me Too movement, and the rose very much connects to the female energy, to the female sacred energy, sacred femininity, if that makes sense to you. Okay, I don't think that I have anything else to show you or to tell you. I am open for private readings and I do make a living with private readings. So please do not hesitate to book a session, visit my website. You can always email me if you want me to make a painting, especially for you. Yes, there is. The future is female. The future was female many centuries ago, and the future will be a female. Understand that we are talking in terms of energies. There's always going to be female and masculine and feminine energies in each and every one of you in your energetic system to create that balance. But there is a strong pull here that the future will be feminine. People are, because a woman is caring, is compassionate. I'm talking about a well-balanced woman. And the energy, this is how the world is going to be, us being more motherly and more tending to one another, more connected to nature, taking care of one another, taking care of children, and being confident in our sexuality and enjoying our bodies more, okay, and forgetting all about that drama. Sexual activity, it's a good way to clear energy, to make yourself feel loved. It's good for your body, your health, and for your soul. It's connected, that activity is connected to the lower chakras, and the lower chakras are the most important ones, because remember, you project in the universe as within, so without, as above, so below. So the Akashic records are asking me to take one or two questions, and then anybody else, as I said, I'm going to answer to those questions in the capacity that I can do that in public, because many of these questions are meant to be private. Maria, what does the future holds for us? Do you mean us in the United States? Do you mean us as a race, the human race? I'm getting the sense that they're talking about financial shifts connected to the system, the banking system, the monetary value. Different countries have different money. Remember that time where England switched to euro from pounds to euros. So they're talking about in the next few years, they're not talking about the immediate future, but in the next few years, gradually, we're going to switch to better systems. Okay, we're going to be dealing with the betterment of the system, one system closing and another one opening that is going to be connected to finances. And this is not a bad thing. This is actually a good thing, but you have to wait and see, because there's also a lot of free will here involved. Remember, the Akashic records respect your free will. They recognize that you have free will, and they respect that. Will corporation fall? No, corporations are not going to fall, but a lot of people are going to be drawn to be self-employed, to create new businesses, or to have a business on the side. People are going to be drawn to find a new way to make a living utilizing your talents and your skills. And a lot more people are going to be drawn towards spirituality, metaphysical, getting services. Okay, so it's going to be like a huge spiritual awakening. They're going to take a serious interest, not just in religion, okay, in spirituality. So more than just religion. There's going to be major corporations that are going to become a lot smaller. Okay, but they're still going to exist. Major corporations like Amazon, YouTube, Facebook, they are going to go on. They're going to, so anybody who has a business there is safe. They're telling me that they're going to exist for a lot more years. But there's going to be changes. And I'm not saying that they're going to fall, but there's going to be changes in the petroleum industry and electric industry, because the world needs to find a better way for the light, for the lighting, for electricity. So eventually, I mean, electricity is going to be so sky high that eventually scientists, they're going to have like global meetings and conferences to figure out a new way, you know, whether that is solar energy or something else. So we're talking about the next few years here, okay? There's going to be a few years for that to happen. And corporations provide jobs. People need jobs, they're saying. So there's also other forces in planetary movements to support that, because they support so many people who would lose their jobs. Again, free will is involved, but you also have to look at it. Okay, they provide jobs for millions of people, these corporations. So corporation falling, it's a bad thing for a lot of people. Cryptocurrency is going to continue, and there's going to be new forms of cryptocurrency, but it's not going to take over. Cash is not going to disappear. Okay, not in this lifetime. Cash is not going to disappear. Okay. So I don't know anything about going without electricity for 10 days. I don't know. They don't have an answer for that, because there's different people living in different areas. That is going to be connected to weather-related hurricanes or other things. And where I come from in Albania, it wasn't unusual, as we were transitioning to a democratic country, it wasn't unusual for us to go without electricity for days, because people were buying new equipment. Okay, and you know, plugging in a lot of things, and the electric system was old and wasn't able to hold so many equipment being plugged in. So for me, it doesn't impress me much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may not be a big problem for me. Maybe that's why I cannot connect to that question. So for those of you, it feels like you have a little bit questions that require personal reading. Okay, so don't hesitate to contact me for a private reading, like Jerusha, please don't hesitate to contact me for a private reading. And that's it for now. Again, my website is www.amalightworker.com, and my email amalightworker@gmail.com. So don't hesitate to chat or leave me a comment down here below. And if you notice in the show more description box, you're going to be seeing my information about my website, my email, and always check the community tab, because in the community tab, I will notify you before I start the live stream, and I will post the link there, and you can see all of the pictures in the community tab, so that you may contact me if you like to commission painting, or if you like to buy one of the paintings that I already have. Thank you very much, Sima. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Panderita, Teresa, Maria. Thank you to all of you. Okay, I don't know. Happy 11/11 portal, and I will see you soon in the next live stream. Have a good night. Good night, guys. Take care. Bye bye.